strongest there is!
Aw, shut up, will ya?
Oh, hey, why are you smoking? Joe Q said you can't smoke.
I don't care what Joe Q said. Has anyone listened to Joe Q for like the past 2 years? I mean, really?
No.
He's gone. He's out.
Is he gone?
I don't know. He's lurking there probably in the walls of the
this is
Marvel
why
building.
The Thing and Nick Fury can no longer, and Wolverine, very important, can no longer smoke cigars. It's very sad. But yes, welcome to another episode of Comics Should Smell Good. From Seattle, Zanadu Comics, I'm Casey.
This is Morgan.
And we have lots and lots of comics, even more than normal this week, and ones that we are super excited about.
Yes.
Very excited. Do you want to start?
Yeah, I do. Let's go with the second installment of Jeff Darrow's new volume of Shaolin Cowboy. On the cover, it may not look like much. There is a chubby man sailing through the air holding a double chainsaw.
That right there gives a moment to pause, you know.
Over a serene desert backdrop. Will the rest of the issue continue like this, calmly and carefully? No, the entirety of the issue is, well, it's all one thing. One very, very, very amazing thing that I don't want to ruin for you, because...
But it's got a lot to do with chainsaws.
Yeah,
that's
a whole lot.
That's, if you're big into chainsaws, we really recommend you pick this up.
But I mean, if you thought there might be like a quiet moment in Shaolin Cowboy's head to contemplate on his existence, no.
There's no talking donkey in that issue. We'll go there. New from Image this week, Umbral, #1. This is a new dark fantasy by the creators of Wasteland, Anthony Johnson and Christopher Mitten. The idea here is that, I think her name's Relic? Or...
Rascal or something.
Rascal, yeah. She witnesses the death of the royal family of this world, and because of that, all the old horrors have been coming back, and she's the only one that knows it. So how do you fight a battle when you're the only one that can do that? Everybody else just thinks you're crazy. I mean, who knows how many battles those people on the street are fighting? I mean, really, you don't know. You don't know who those people are talking to.
So many different types of alien invaders trying to steal our bodies.
But this is a double-sized issue, $3. Lots of purple, lots of red, very nice colors. It is already out of print, so if you're curious.
Big #1 from Valiant this month. Kicking off, not their first, but I think their second huge event. This is uniting their entire line under the banner of Unity. Works out really well there, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, they used it before.
Yeah.
Come on.
Really not to be confused with the old Unity, because we all know how that went. But this has pretty covers by Paulo Rivera, among others. There's an 8-bit video game cover like they've been doing recently.
Which is cool, yeah.
This is covering the story of Exo Man of War, who apparently in this incarnation is a Visigoth warlord who was abducted by aliens and put in a robot suit. And he dealt with that plot in his own book, and now he's back on Earth, but in this current time. And he thinks, oh, cool, I'll just pick up my throne where I left off.
Because why not?
But, with a couple thousand years worth of politics and governmental structure, well, they're really not too happy about that in Romania.
No. But this is by Matt Kint, who, been really big.
He's Matt Kint.
He's Matt Kint now. I mean, big on DC. But this sounds really cool. I mean, it's one of the Harbingers basically gets together all the other Valiant heroes except Exo Man of War to go to Romania and kick his ass.
And by the end of the series, since it's called Unity, they're probably gonna all team up to fight someone bigger.
But you know what? That's why we love superhero books, because we know what's coming. Absolutely, one of my favorite things to ever come out of 2000 AD. Rogue Trooper. Look at that. It says synth out on the back. Anything that says synth on it, automatically cooler. Created by Jerry Finley Day and Dave Gibbons. This is the second volume that sees the genetically engineered infantrymen going across the radiated desert to find the general that sent him and his other troopers to their death. And the cool part is that Rogue Trooper is joined by Bagman, Gunner, and what was it, Helmet Man? I think no, it's not. It's like something else. But it's basically his helmet. They're all of the dead infantrymen get digitized in little chips, and you can carry them with them. It's very cool. Very bloody, very
Yeah, as if
violent.
being a soldier didn't make you crazy
No.
enough eventually.
But yeah, super cool. This is what, $20, tons and tons of awesome sci-fi comics.
And he's blue.
And he's blue, but you wouldn't be able to tell because it's black and white.
They're big. Okay, not big as in big,
But big as in quality.
big as in big in our hearts.
That's right.
Second volume of cyberpunk superstar Giannis Milonogiannis' Old City Blues. It's a webcomic he's been doing for the past 2 or 3 years, I want to say, maybe even longer than that.
Yeah.
But it's been a while since the first volume came out. It was a nice, slightly larger yellow hardcover edition that we also got back in recently.
That's right.
But he has fully embraced his manga influences here, scaled down the size, and it really makes all the tones and everything on his art look so much tighter.
Yeah. Yeah, Giannis has been, if you don't know, has been doing Prophet for the past year or so, getting better with every issue, and coming back to this, you can really see, the improvements over the first one. And the story's even better, too. It's not just like a Ghost in the Shell episode. But yeah, we were talking, look at Solano. Look at his visor, his goggles. If that doesn't say cyberpunk, I don't know what does. But oh my god, yeah, you need to buy this or you'll be shamed. And from Image Comics this week, we have the second issue of Rocket Girl. This is by Amy Reeder and Brandon Montclair, and it's a story about a teenage cop that comes from the future to stop a bunch of scientists who are going to mess with the time stream. Stupid scientists, they always do that. But she's from the future where the entire police force is teenage kids, and Amy Reeder draws teenage kids really well, and the fight sequence in this first one is friggin' awesome. We got a second print of number 1 to go with the number 2. If you're really needing your 80s movie Terminator, girls that hang out in alleys vibe, this is it. Goes very well with Old City Blues. Very well.
Indeed it does. And we have got a debut from Joe Hill and IDW, as well as C.P. Wilson III. This is Wraith, number 1. Now that Lock and Key is ending, what else are you gonna expect from Joe Hill?
Make comics out of the novels he's already written, because he's not retarded. Get paid for something twice, if you can.
He already has a script written, just has to put panel 1, panel 2 in there.
Exactly. But he is actually writing this adaptation, which
is
pretty
really
rare.
out of the norm.
Yeah, and Charles Paul Wilson did, or has been doing, the Stuff of Legend, which is that really cool book from from Third World Studios about a young boy whose father goes to war, and while he's gone, he's been, unable to adapt to that, and for some reason his toys come alive and tell him that he's part of this Shadow War thing. But it's really
may or may not be in his
Which,
head.
kind of like Joe the Barbarian. But it's great to see Charles Paul Wilson move out of strange, animal, creepy kid stuff into, other things. Oh my god. Sabertooth Swordsman. I'm so excited right now, I could kind of explode a little bit. This is a webcomic that's finally collected in a book. This is new from Damon Gentry and Aaron Conley, both of who did some stuff in Prophet, and they both had pinups in the last Shaolin Cowboy issue. And this is what you would expect. It's a saber-toothed tiger with a big sword, and he's fighting
an elephant.
Yeah, the malevolent Macedon mathematician. Do we need to say more?
There's also Mexican wrestlers.
With one eye?
Yeah,
and
that's, really just look at the art.
Yeah, no,
honestly,
it's just utterly amazing.
Feast your eyes, that's enough.
And Damon Gentry has also recently relocated to Seattle, and we'll be having a signing with him next week. So get your comic into Comic Now and bring it back, and you can act like you're not just oh hey cool, just buy that. But yeah, it's $18, and this too, if you do not buy, you will be shamed completely. And we got a couple more we want to go now to our special correspondent, Miss Anna Peterson, who does our Everything is Horrible, Nothing is Beautiful. And over to you, Anna.
Hey guys, thanks Casey. I'm Anna. I'm back in Seattle and bringing you some more comics. This week I got a historical angle. Want to bring you some historical nonfiction as well as bringing it back to the old school days. Right now we got some Manifest Destiny, a hot new #1 issue from Image by Chris Dingus and Matthew Roberts. This is a great story that is true to our Northwest hearts. Lewis and Clark traveling, discovering animals, discovering forest life. But in this edition, it is dangerous. It's wildlife, they don't know where it comes from. Animals, they don't know where it comes from. And while they're documenting it, they might be in terrible danger by their crew as well as animal horsemen that attack them from the wild. Some local Northwest stuff, straight to you from Fantagraphics Books. This is the Hip Hop Family Tree by Ed Piskor, who put this online originally, and now it's re-released in this special large collector's edition that takes itself straight from the 70s with some great Marvel style print and paneling and some beautiful pinups in the back brought to you by some of your favorite artists. These are gorgeous, gorgeous prints to have for yourself, and it's a gorgeous story that tells you about hip hop in the 70s, DJ Kool Herc, Sugar Hill Gang, KRS-One, all those amazing artists who started in the rec rooms and on the streets, graffitiing a bunch of subways, getting in a bunch of trouble, for bringing you music that is near and dear to our hearts in the modern age. So that's all I got for you guys this week. Hopefully I'll see you again, and I'm going to shoot it over back to Casey and Morgan. Thanks.
Thanks, Anna. Very cool. Hip Hop Family. Very nice. Thank you for the historical angle. Manifest Destiny looks pretty cool as well.
Little history lesson.
Little history lesson, because, I mean, we're, you know, do you think that we're
No, we're all about the bright,
capable
shiny, new
of
future
doing,
stuff.
yeah, no, sorry.
Speaking of bright, shiny, new, and the future,
That's right. The
Michael
now-
Fife is Capra. Future of comics.
That's right.
But unfortunately, just about the end of Capra. For now.
For now, thankfully, he has taken pity on us poor sinners and said he will do more. And after last issue, where the shit went down the Ditko dimension, this is a little bit slower, but it's not any more or any less intense. We're getting into some serious. Well, the Amanda Waller character, she's badass.
Yeah.
She's really, really cool.
And there's some awesome new goons introduced this issue.
Goons are always good. He's like a goon dossier. Telling you. It'd be very cool. I think that's it. And our cover of the week this week. You know, we didn't have a cover. We were like, Morgan went back there. He's like, oh, duh. And
Yeah, no, we had been staring at it for hours earlier, but for some reason, just the two things hadn't crossed in our mind.
No. Oliver Coipel. X-Men.
Gold.
X-Men Gold #1. This is a kind of a reprint book celebrating 50 years worth of the X-Men, but none of that matters, because this is like one of the best pinups of X-Men I've ever seen. This almost beats his all X-Women cover, but yeah.
None
Nuts.
of those characters were ever on the team at the same time in those outfits or anything.
But it
looks cool.
It's a perfect cover of the week. So yeah, that's about it. Tonight is also our monthly round table for Chilly November here. Come in, get out of the cold, talk geeky. It'd be very nice to have some people come in. Last time was a little slim, we were a little lonely. We had to eat a lot of candy by ourselves, and it hurt, I mean, we need you people to come in and take this off our hands. But yeah, big thanks to Anna. And we will hopefully be adding more additions to the show as it goes. And thank you always for watching. Without you guys, we'd just be talking to ourselves, which you do anyway. Cool. Well, thank you guys. We'll see you next week.